In this week's review, we're going to take a look at Bad Boys 2, aka Bad Boys Miami Takedown, a third-person shooter that was developed by Blitz Games, published by Empire Interactive, and was released on the PS2, Xbox and Gamecube in February of 2004. But before we get started, I just wanted to say that if you like this video, please hit the like button as it really does help the channel. If you're looking for more videos like this, then hit the subscribe button, and if you've played this game yourself, I would definitely love to hear your thoughts, so comment down below. Now let's move on to the review. Although Bad Boys 2 is named Bad Boys 2, it's not actually based on Bad Boys 2, which makes it some kind of weird half of a movie tie-in that takes place in the same world with a lot of the same characters, except this story is an original one and the game was released 6 months after the movie. Regardless, none of this matters because, and I want you to listen to me very carefully on this one, everything about this game sucks. If you've seen a Bad Boys movie before, then you know the deal. It's detectives Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett shooting their way through Miami drug gangs in Michael Bay explosive fashion. The real issue with this story is that the campaign is not explosive, and these two imposters are definitely not Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. So instead what you have is a boring and poorly delivered tale of a Latin gang and a Russian gang joining forces, and our two heroes are out to save Miami and take them down, and that is really all you need to know.
Senor Mendoza, you must not...
Or maybe you expected me not to notice?
Of course not. We always intended to get it back, to make good.
Get it back? Damn straight you'll get it, or I'll give your cheap Russian ass an extra hole.
The game is one of the most shallow third-person shooters that I've ever had the misfortune of playing, with boring linear missions in generic-looking urban areas with nothing exciting to offer at all. I don't even know where to begin on this one because, as I stated earlier, everything about this game sucks. Just the basic controls alone are enough to make you give up by the end of the first mission. Moving around is awkward as the responsiveness of the left analog stick feels sluggish. The way in which the camera moves around and places itself means that a lot of the time you can't even see what's happening. Shooting is by far the worst aspect of the game. Your aiming reticle will fly all around the screen with the slightest nudge of the stick, so just landing shots is a chore. On top of this, the game suggests that you use its cover mechanic, but this is also a mess as not only does it change to a first-person view when you lean around a corner, but it takes so much time to poke your head out and then get back into cover that you'll take hits even when being careful. Your best method of attack is not to use the cover system at all, and just run around like a madman, firing your gun as quickly as possible, because the cover system is so disorienting that it will get you killed, and you know you've got a real problem when the best way to play a game isn't the way the developer intended. And don't get me started on boss battles. I had to take part in a fight with this clown 3 times, once because it forced me to use the horrible cover system that got me killed, a second time because he got stuck at one point meaning I had to restart the entire level, and a final third and unfulfilling time which I cheaply won by exploiting his attack patterns. It is rare that I play a game in which I have absolutely nothing positive to say about it, but this is one of those rare occasions. What you can see on screen, that is it. That is the game. There's nothing else to this experience. It's just a few hours of mindless shooting with not a single moment of joy to be found. The final piece to this terrible, terrible puzzle is the visuals and audio. Now, I shouldn't have to go into too much detail here because you've been watching gameplay for a few minutes now, but if I had to summarise, I'd say that the design is bland and soulless, so much so that it almost looks like one of those fake video games that you see people play in movies. Every environment feels as empty and lifeless as the next one, no character to their design, flat lighting and simple textures. There are some elements of destructibility, but never enough to be impressive. What is perhaps the most unbearable part of this experience is the voice work and sound design. If you want a soundtrack that doesn't sound anything like the movie, sound effects that are so cheap that they were most likely free, and some of the worst dialogue and performances you will ever hear, well, Bad Boys 2 has got you covered. Not only is the chatter in this game constantly cringeworthy and lazy, not only do the characters repeat the same awful lines over and over again, but the main characters don't even sound anything close to their movie counterparts, so it's a failure on all fronts.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
Old day just got better.
Smile markers? This is gonna be exciting.
Yeah, but I don't want to get my bitch chopped off by no gun shit.
Look, just get inside and after that blonde piece with a nice ass, and I'll meet you on the roof, okay? Okay.
What else can I say about this game that I or anyone else hasn't already said? It's a boring, frustrating and ugly experience from start to finish. I love the Bad Boys movies, so I personally feel an extra layer of sadness that this franchise is attached to this game. But even those with no love for the movies can see exactly what's wrong here. I could talk for longer about why this game would be a waste of your money and time, but honestly, why bother? The best thing for me to do here is to say what I said at the start of this video. Everything about this game sucks.